Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the newest YouTube meta, which at least seems to be partially inspired by the entire Twitch meta that we've seen kind of really unfold and evolve in many different ways. First, it was we're using these nude images and whatnot as body art, you know, we're streaming ourselves with paint on ourselves as body art. And then it was, well, let's do hot tub streams, right, where we're in bikinis and promoting our OnlyFans and whatnot. Then it became just outright like borderline softcore porn on a lot of these things. And that is unfortunately what is starting to happen on YouTube now. I mean, obviously, I think we've all kind of seen the comment spam where, you know, there'll be bots in the YouTube comments and the name and the profile picture will be like, you know, a woman's name or whatever, and it'll be like an ass or something. And it's always just trying to promote OnlyFans and all this other shit. It's kind of really plagued the entire internet, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in this video. But basically, there's this new, I would say pretty still underground meta that is starting to form on YouTube, where basically OnlyFans models have realized that they can at least attempt to circumnavigate the rules of YouTube, the guidelines of what you can and can't upload, by disguising their, what I'll only describe as advertisements, okay, as breastfeeding tips and stuff like that. So now what you're seeing on the screen is a real image, okay? Obviously it is censored to all hell, because if I actually showed you what was being shown, YouTube would no doubt not only demonetize this video, they would come along and they'd age restrict it. But you can see the title, New Breastfeeding Tutorial, 4K Breastfeed Tips by Sierra Education, which had nearly 200,000 subscribers at the time of this whole thing. And you'll notice the video within a week had garnered nearly 2 million views, okay? Now, that is absurd numbers really for any content creator to put up, right? I mean, even PewDiePie putting up 2 million views, that's impressive, right? Moist Critical, somebody like that putting up 2 mil views. You know, that's an impressive thing to see. To pop out on a channel with under 200,000, not even 200K, and to be getting that kind of viewership, that's pretty crazy. That's a pretty good pop off. Now, imagine if this was uploaded once per day, right? You basically, if you're an OnlyFans model, you upload a 2-minute video every single day to YouTube where you're pretending to breastfeed, you buy a baby doll off of Amazon or whatever, you hold it up to your nips on vid, and you just pretend to be breastfeeding, but subtly everybody knows this isn't actually breastfeeding, right? We're not really actually doing breastfeeding tips here, because you'll also have noticed in the description of that video that it says, join the fun, all my socials, and then it's a link to a website, okay? Now, what this link is and what all these links usually are with these OnlyFans models, right? They'll post a link that looks pretty tame, you know, looks pretty normal, pretty safe for work, and then you click that link, and then it turns out it's actually a link that redirects to other links, okay? There'll be like 8 or 9 different ones. It'll be, oh, my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Instagram, whatever, right? And then at the bottom, it always says, my OnlyFans, or my Fansly, or whatever the fuck their platform is that they're using for all of this. And that's exactly what it is, okay? It's a link you click, and it's, guys, oh, check out my social media pages, guys. It's really just redirectments to their porn. That's all it is. It's just a large conversion funnel meant to suck in all these pathetic-ass sad dudes. It's pretty fucking dystopian if you really go and you think about it hard enough, like, gee, what is really going on here? So I do want to preface all of the rest of this video by saying this blew up, right? Like, obviously 2 million views, people are posting it on Twitter, people are like, what the fuck is this? Why is this being allowed on YouTube? Yada, yada, yada. I do want to preface by saying, after all of the commotion and the hoopla that everyone gave about it, YouTube did terminate this channel. But unfortunately, terminating one channel, it's kind of like, you know, the Hydra in a way, right? You cut off one head and 2 more appear. And that's how all of these trends start across the internet, right? That's how this whole Twitch hot tub meta popped up, and the bikini stream meta, and the, oh, I'm doing body paint, but my asshole being painted is just part of my body art, right? Like all of that shit. It all started with like 1 or 2 of them doing it and popping off, right? You had like 1 or 2 of these girls that fucking did the tub stream. They got all these thousands of people coming in, donating, simping for them, fucking buying the OnlyFans pages, whatever, right? And then every other one, right, that's on the website that has their OnlyFans and shit too. They're like, oh, wait a minute. She didn't change the fucking game up. I gotta hop on this trend, you know what I mean? I gotta get doing this. So I fear that might be what happens here, right? Because technically, from what I understand at least, of the YouTube guidelines of like what you can upload, the terms of service and stuff, you can upload breastfeeding content. And truth be told, I'm not even opposed to there being breastfeeding content on YouTube, because obviously there's millions of moms every year, right, that become new moms and become new parents and whatnot, right? I think it's a good thing that there's access to information like this for people, you know, who if they don't understand what's going on, maybe they haven't had the baby yet, they don't have someone there to teach them all the ropes, they can look up a YouTube video and be like, oh, okay, you know, this is what I need to do. This is how I prepare to do this and whatnot, right? I have no problem with that. And in reality, I don't even have an overall issue with OnlyFans and shit, right? Like if grown men want to goon and they want to be porn-minded riddled addicts, that's their choice to make. But the problem with this is, in my opinion, is these OnlyFans models have no fucking respect, okay? They have no semblance of boundaries or guidelines, right? They have their own websites like OnlyFans and shit like that, where they literally dominate all of the traffic, you know what I mean? They dominate all of the user base of these websites with their porn and with their nudes and with all this shit, right? They already have these places established. But instead of just accepting that and respecting that, they've decided to plague everywhere online. They are in every Twitter reply. They are in every fucking tweet on Twitter. They are on YouTube now trying to subtly invade mother communities and whatnot so that they can show their titties off to people on websites where children constantly are, right? Like with Twitch. Children actively use Twitch. I'd even venture to guess a very good portion of the viewership on Twitch are all children. And that was what one of the big criticisms of all of these fucking OnlyFans models and whatnot coming over there and using it as a free promo for their porn was. These are websites where people's children are trying to relax and enjoy content. And obviously their parents should be supervising what they're doing and making sure that they're not going down these rabbit holes that they shouldn't. But that is not realistic on a grand basis. You're not going to have every person and their parents checking in on what they're doing. And so when these OnlyFans models go into all these other communities and subtly invade it and start just turning it into a fucking complete cycle of degeneracy where you literally can't escape porn, basically, right? They're now bringing shame and problems into these communities where there otherwise would never have been a problem, right? Just like for, like I said, the mothers who actually, you know, they're using YouTube to learn these skills before their baby comes along or whatever, right? They need to know these things. And there's going to be mothers out there that are genuinely, you know, oh, I'm trying to learn how to do this or whatever. Maybe a little visual on what I need to be getting going on, right? And instead of finding actual resources that actually assist them in what they're trying to do and what they're trying to actually succeed in doing, which is feeding their kid, they're basically going to just be rumbling across porn advertisements by women who apparently cannot sell their porn on OnlyFans without going to everywhere else. And I mean, they're completely fucking shameless about it too. Like there's no guise of, like I said, they don't even pretend to understand the boundary. Like I have actually seen on Fortnite Twitter tweets, I have seen, you know, a game where children are mostly the players, OnlyFans models in the comments promoting their fucking porn, either through themselves or a bot. Either way, it doesn't make sense and it shouldn't be acceptable. You know what I mean? People shouldn't be cool with this. No matter what your opinion is on whether or not we should ban all this stupid shit or like these jobs should or shouldn't be respected, I think everyone should be able to come to the agreement that you should be allowed to use the internet and go do things on the internet without constantly having pornography like just everywhere, plastered literally fucking everywhere. All social media, all websites, all fucking, you know, like they're infiltrating every single corner of everything with this shit. And it's getting very, very old really fucking quick. And I know people, the excuse that they're going to come up with for these fucking OnlyFans, but Optimus, they have to go to other social media platforms to promote their shit. Aren't you a hypocrite? You promote your videos on Twitter, bruh. I think the difference is that they're promoting something that causes legitimate addictions and problems in society. And they're not even doing it in areas where that shit's acceptable. You know, it's not like prostituting in the red light district where everybody, you know, you expect to see a whorehouse on every block. They're essentially just wandering through the streets of the internet, if that makes sense to you, just showing off what they have. It's fucking disgusting. Like, you can't go anywhere online without dealing with it, you know? And of course, you know, I'm sure most dudes, right? Like, you like to see a nice rack every once in a while. I get it, but does it have to be literally fucking everywhere? You know what I mean? Does that have to be constantly fucking cycled around? Does it have to be in every YouTube community eventually too? And the thing, and like, they know that they're breaking the rules. They know that what they're trying to do isn't actually allowed. You can't just go on YouTube, right? Like me, for example, I couldn't just come on my YouTube channel tomorrow and be like, hey guys, I started an OnlyFans. And then the next thing you see on screen be my cock and my balls. You know what I mean? Or like my ass crack. That just wouldn't be something that would be acceptable. And I think that that's a good rule. I think that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not debating that. But they know that this shit is not okay, so they try to find subtle ways to get around it, like they did on Twitch, where it was fucking 7 different metas that evolved until they had to pretty much just straight up crack down on all of it and just fucking straight up shut all of it down. And by that point, it already caused all the untold damage that fucking unfolded from the community when they realized that these platforms aren't actually worth respecting because they don't usually enforce the rules very equally, right? Now, I'll give YouTube their credit here. When people started complaining about this and bringing it to their attention, they realized what was going on and they terminated this channel. But like I said, you can take one head off the Hydra, but there's going to be more that form. And now that all the tweets of this are going viral and people are aware, right, that this is even a possibility, it's going to become more and more of a thing. And you can shit on me for making the video talking about it. I understand that. But realize this already had 2 million views within a week on this video alone. And that doesn't even include any other possible uploads. You know what I mean? That's literally how easy it is for them to do this shit, you know? To try and circumvent the rules. And especially here on YouTube, I don't appreciate that because I know damn good and well when it comes to pretty much anything else, YouTube is gonna fuck things up. They're gonna get things wrong. People are gonna get banned for stupid shit. People get their channels terminated for dumb things. But then they think that they have the right to come along and start doing this shit. It really just provides a really bad image and reputation back on all of these women doing this shit. Like, I've tried to be open and tolerant, like, okay, well, they're making OnlyFans content to pay their bills. Really not my fucking business. If people want to pay for it, that's fine. Just keep it on that side of the internet. But that respect doesn't go both ways. They don't respect you and I enough to be like, oh, okay, we'll stay to OnlyFans, we'll stay to our porn sites and shit. You guys can make your YouTube content in peace, or you can browse Twitter in peace. There is no shared respect between these fucking OnlyFans models, quote unquote, and anyone else online. They find any way that they can to just infiltrate and fucking find a way to promote and scheme and sell. It's really just sad if you're being serious about it. It's really just sad because a lot of these women in reality, they didn't even actually try to do anything in life. They were told, you know, once they were 18 or 19, oh, just start an OnlyFans. You're pretty enough. But I mean, I guess that's a conversation for another time. I mean, I don't hate the profession. I don't think people shouldn't be allowed to do it, but it's just stupid to see this constantly becoming a problem everywhere else because they just don't have the respect or the decency to not try to infiltrate these communities. A lot of the times being ones where children or people with children are going to be participating. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, I'm gonna have to find a new YouTube meta myself, man. And signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs. For $10 a month, you get access to loads of exclusive videos and archived live streams, my members only Minecraft server where you can possibly appear in gameplay, early access to all new uploads, an invitation to the private Discord, and much more.